Well, hello out there. We've got the Asher Knives Centri in hand. Do you like that kind of harpoonish looking blade here? I mean, this one, I think, is probably my new favorite Asher model, but they've got some new ones coming. So you ought to look at their Instagram. I'll give you a link to their Instagram and to their website, that kind of thing, because they're always especially on the Instagram, they're putting out some pictures of some upcoming models for the summer of 2021. Let's hope it's more the summer of new knives and less masks than the summer of Chaz. What was that last summer? I don't know. But the Centri. And, with this Axis style lock, this is nice. Now, Justin, who's the head of Asher Knives, yes, these are made in China, but at least you've got a guy here in the U.S. that's having them made, And so he's the guy. I mean, if you have it, the problem with some Chinese knives are there's no place to send them for service if you need service. But you can do that here. Okay, and this is a rockin' like $85, and it's got CPM, S35VN, super steel. Not shabby, not too shabby. I'll give you a link to his site. You can go straight on there and buy one. Can you go left-handed? Yes, you can go left-handed or right-handed. It's kind of interesting that the screws here are flush and the screws here are not. That might be nice if they were both flush, because that gives you, now you could take these and put them there so you got more clearance on your pocket clip, but then these are going to stand up a little bit, I guess. So I guess that's maybe the only observation I have there. This is easy, right? This is very fidget friendly. You can, see what I'm saying? Woo, baby. Not a problem there. We'll take it apart, or at least partially apart. These Omega Spring knives are not my favorite to disassemble, because if they got a spring on both sides, which, yes, they do, then, you got to disassemble the spring on both sides to push this through, because it comes and it opens up in here. So you can take this piston all the way out and then separate the halves, which will just at least take one side off and you can see the setup. But wow, this really has crazy action, doesn't it? Look at that drop. Whew. There's definitely bearings on there, aren't there? It's not a big knife. It's not a heavy knife. Let's weigh it up. 96 grams. Yeah, what's that? 3.2, 3.3. There you go, 3.39 ounces. But no, it's not a huge knife either. But it's, real easy carry. 3.25, but 7.5 overall. Okay, so it's not a 3 and a 7. It's a 3.25, 7.5 at 19 centimeters overall. And you got about 85 millimeter blade length. Okay, that's pretty nice. I like the fact they did this little fuller here. I don't know. What do you think? I like it. I like the design overall. Oh, let me grab my caliper here. Whoa, that's pretty slender there. 10.9 millimeters. 0.43 of an inch, so it's definitely more slender than something like the Paramilitary 2, which is pretty slender. 0.09. Ooh, 2.4. I mean, it's probably supposed to be 2.5 millimeter blade stock, and yeah, so fairly slender there. How about that? Lightweight, but, the blade is as big as a bug out, and it's just a little bit heavier. Look at the liners. Yeah, it's not bug out squishy, okay? This is way more structural because of these steel liners. G10 backspacer. Nicely textured and grippy G10 scales. They're flat. They're not contoured. Design flow. Well, it is what it is. Yeah, this would be nice if it folded into this bolster here. I mean, if it just ran and disappeared into this bolster. Blade to handle length is pretty respectable. I don't know, you could have even really added much more at all. So the hardware's nice. Not bad. Ergos? Well, this is so neutral, isn't it? So ergos are great on this. And this area here is kind of nice. You can put your thumb in it. Oh, let's cut some paper. Oh, okay. I pulled out too quick. Huh? Okay. Yeah, that's reasonable factory edge on there. I mean, not as scary sharp as some, but few minutes on the strop, it'll really take that edge out to another dimension. And, you know, it should hold an edge for a long time. I think I'll probably send this one in and get a Rockwell on it because I know it's real S35VN. We've already done that PMI test on it. So we're good there. And there's the box. And there's an extra set of Omega springs. How about that? That's kind of nice. Already just handing that one off to you. Tough box, easy to mail, easy to handle, protects your knife really well. And definitely this is fidget friendly. Okay, this is definitely fidget friendly. Real easy to carry in the pocket. I like the pocket clip because it goes over the lip of your pocket real easy. It's a good solid piece, and it's deep carry. And it's reversible for you left-hander guys. And, I mean, it's ambidextrous because you don't have a liner lock or a frame lock. You got an axis lock, which is great. I mean, I like this kind of setup. I'm really starting to favor the axis lock and button lock knives. Keep my finger out of the way of, you know, frame lock and liner lock, and they're getting just so plentiful and just almost overwhelming that it's kind of nice to have a break. It really is. And this kind of thing is, you know, can be addictive. Good solid lock though, you know, so you're in good shape there. You know, where's my balance point on there? Okay, yeah, it's good. A fit and finish I think is fine on this. You know, this is stonewash, so that knocked all the edges off of there. The plunge looks right on. It's centered. No blade plate, no lock rock. Right there, centered up. Kicks open a real, oh man, those bearings are free, aren't they? Like that. That's just fun right there. Well, let's see which way we want to. Oh, okay. Well, didn't have to fight that, did I? Oh, I like it when I don't have to fight it. Oh, the screws on the back, right? Okay. Screws on the back. But that's okay. So this is a round pivot. I can move this and you can see it's turning. How this screw came off so easy, it just did because there's no thread locker or anything, so it just unscrewed real easy, which is thank God for that. Thank God for that. Either that or do a D-shaped pivot, but it has entry on both sides for a number 8, so you can stabilize it and break it apart if somebody gets a little happy with the thread locker. So you're in good shape that way. So where we're going to finish this off at, let's take our number 6s out. And we can do that, and we can do this. To take the scale directly off, Then we're going to have to, and separate it from the liner, we're going to have to undo the pocket clip. Come on. What's holding you in? Nothing. Okay. Nothing. And then pocket clip got to come off. That was easy. That was easy. And there's the, oh, I guess I had some lint or something underneath the pocket clip. I guess I busted. I've carried this. So there's your area for your Omega spring to operate in. And of course, there's your Omega spring. And it just, one end kicks in here. And then the other end goes right around this area here. So that can be pushed up and away. And then you can release this from here as well. Just like that. And see how that unhooks. And you do that on both sides. And then you can take it apart. But you can see where this area is here. I've got to take the other scale off and the other Omega spring off to run this down into this area and take this piston through and then reverse process for completely taking it apart, which I don't want to do. But you can tell there's bearings down there. Oof. Take a look through here. But if you want to completely take it apart, yeah, it's not a lot of fun because of that. But it's doable. It's just like a Benchmade knife in that regard. And so many others that are, got these Omega springs and this lock mechanism type situation going on. Put you down there and compress you. There you go, right there. And you get 2 extras of those too, so that's nice. An extra set. There's a right and a left. So if you want to see it completely disassemble, I'm sure I have a complete disassembly on some video on an Omega spring type of setup, and it's just a mess to put them back together. It's a little bit more difficult to do, and not my cup of tea for wanting to do it every time I disassemble a knife. You can see how that's set up, so you can take the other side out and take it completely apart if you need to. And we got pocket clip, same size screws. They both just drop down in here. And we're all good. And yes. The Knives Centri, Centri. There's the flashback, by the way. 12C27N. And this is a liner lock. And that's a light blade, very light blade. Real traditional looking knife, contoured G10. That in itself is fascinating. And it's a smacking $39. $39 That's it. Oh, hey, they flattened them screws out on that one, didn't they? Oh, right hand. Tip up only, but liner lock, flipper. Yeah, interesting. Check them out on Instagram and subscribe to my channel if you would, please. Because we love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.